Happy Friday and Good Morning Waverly.
Good morning, Waverly. I'm Shelby Grenath.
And I'm Kelsey Bemis. This is your Good Morning Waverly web update for Waverly newspapers.
It's now more noticeable than ever to see Waverly's green efforts. 2 wind turbines were commissioned yesterday on Joy Avenue in Waverly. Warburg contributed financially to the Cannon 1 and 2 turbines. The turbines contribute 6% of the community's energy. Waverly Light and Power put them up and is excited about using the clean energy.
More expensive than coal or natural gas right now. But the benefits are that it doesn't produce emissions and doesn't cause the kinds of problems that emissions cause in terms of air pollution.
Now you can watch Monday night at 8 for the full story about the 2 turbines and who exactly is paying for them.
The City of Waverly is looking for some additional leadership after Dick Crane announced his retirement as city administrator for 23 years. The Waverly City Council decided to find him a replacement. The council interviewed 12 candidates last week and have narrowed it down to 5. You can meet the finalists tonight at 5:30 in the Waverly Public Library.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, one local business is giving back to the cause today. Ziggy's Domino's Pizza is participating in a nationwide fundraiser known as A Slice of Hope. The event is today only and runs from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. During this time, 10% of the proceeds will be donated to the Karen Mullen Foundation to aid in breast cancer research.
It's actually a battle that goes on every year. You know, approximately 40,000 women die each year from breast cancer. It's 110 women a day. And it's something that just doesn't happen in October. It happens every day.
Breast cancer affects nearly 1 in every 8 women in America. Last year, there were nearly 2.6 million breast cancer survivors in the United States. Waverly Shell Rock's volleyball team did their part to honor those survivors. They honored breast cancer survivors at a volleyball game earlier this week. All of the proceeds from the game went to support breast cancer research. One man's dog will now go into training to help others. Chris Frederick's 14-month-old Black Lab Traveler will begin training in the program, Retrieving Freedom, right here in Bremer County. The nonprofit organization trains service dogs for disabled veterans and autistic children. Once trained, dogs like Traveler can then help people by using techniques such as opening drawers and even moving wheelchairs.
So far this season, there have been 4 cases of whooping cough. Now, earlier in today's show, we sat down with Elaine Slade from the Visiting Nurses Association to talk about whooping cough. Elaine, can you tell us what is exactly whooping cough?
What whooping cough is the technical name is called pertussis and stuff, and what it is it's an upper respiratory infection that causes them to cough quite violently. Normally the cough gets so bad to the point that the very classic sign is that they actually almost throw up because the cough is such a bad cough.
Okay.
And you described, the worst case or how you can tell, but what are some of the other symptoms for whooping cough?
The bad part with whooping cough is usually thought as being, oh, I just am coming down with a cold, because it starts out with the exact same symptoms. It's got the runny nose, it's got the nasal congestion. They end up and they actually may just think that they're just coming down with a cold, but it's not until that the bad cough hits after about 7 to 10 days, and then they get that really, really bad cough. Then they end up and then they go to the doctor, they get tested and find out that they in fact had the whooping cough. The bad part is that while they were coming down with just that runny nose, they are also spreading the disease potentially to anybody who's under immunized.
So when should parents start thinking, okay, this isn't a common cold, I should keep my kids home from school?
Well, the most common thing that I'd like to tell people is you want to make sure that you as adults and all of your children are up to date on their tetanus and whooping cough or pertussis vaccination. If everybody is up to date on that vaccination, of which most adults are not, because you are to have that vaccination once every 10 years. Most adults do not think about getting it, and a lot of us no longer have the protection against the pertussis or the whooping cough because we've lost our immunity if we have not received a vaccination recently. The vaccination just came available to adults within the last about 5 to 10 years.
Okay. And you're talking about this shot, you know, the immunizations. Excuse me, I can't talk this morning. Is there a time that this wears off? Do people need to renew their shot?
That's why we say every 10 years. It usually says every 7 to 10 years. If as an adult, and this goes all the way up to even our grandparents over the age of 65, if they have not had a recent tetanus shot with the whooping cough piece, the advice is to generally to end up and to obtain that in immunization from their physician.
How long is it are they contagious?
They're usually contagious for either 5 days if they go to their doctor and they get on an antibiotic. They are to stay home for 5 days while they complete that antibiotic. But if they choose to not take the antibiotic, they can be contagious for up to 21 days.
That concludes our web update for Waverly Newspapers. Join us every Friday morning at 6:30 right here in the studio for our full show. Have a great day, Waverly.